Hi everyone, I'm Pat Whalen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Paddle HR. So we help large companies keep their best employees by matching those employees to future career paths within the organization. So attrition is a really expensive problem. It costs Fortune 500 companies on average $40,000 to replace an employee. And the number one reason why people leave their job is they don't see a future career for themselves within the organization. Let me give you an example. So recently we were speaking with Accenture, and they've created a $1 million internal mobility program. And in the first year, they were able to take their internal fill rate, that's the proportion of candidates that are hired internally versus externally, they were able to increase it 4x during just the one-year program, leading to $29 million being saved annually in just recruiting costs alone. HR information systems don't have a great solution for this. And this leaves 88% of companies to use ad hoc and low-tech methods. Think, relying on people that have personal networks or the HR department having a list of top performers. Both these solutions don't scale well and they leave people behind. This is where Paddle comes in. We have a database of 330 million people's career histories. We've used that to train machine learning models that are able to predict where someone's career is going. That's sort of the science of what we do. The art comes from a 5-year research program that we've led. It was started at McKinsey and led to publications in the Harvard Business Review and Oxford University Press. And that's given us the expertise to understand how people switch in their careers. These two combined have allowed us to give great insight to companies about how people move in their organizations. I'll give you an example. This is some insight we were able to develop for a client recently. If you look at the left, this represents customer service reps. These are call center agent roles. And as you go to the right, this shows how people moved within the organization. Internally, this was perceived to be a dead-end job, but the data told a totally different story. Paddle's able to predict which employees belong in which stream and able to recommend that directly to employees. This kind of information is what HR leaders are dying to have, but they just don't have access to. As I mentioned, we're able to give these insights down to employees as well. We're able to recommend great internal roles before they start to look elsewhere. We've just signed an LOI with Rogers Communications for a $100,000 pilot. At full scale, with their 26,000 employees, this would be a $190,000 annual contract. And just behind Rogers, we have 9 other top employers representing $2.25 million in annual recurring revenue. Internal mobility is a $2 billion annual revenue opportunity in the United States alone. But even more than that, there's a $15 billion human capital management software market that's growing at 9.2% annually. This is the team. I'm the CEO. I lead our sales and product efforts. My experience is in bringing technology to the world of politics and government. Sid is our CTO. He's a Waterloo engineer. He's worked in Microsoft and Accenture. He's seen this problem from the inside. And Matt Thomas is our research lead and investor. He led the research program at McKinsey, is published in the Harvard Business Review, and has built programs for the White House. So in summary, we're published leading experts on career mobility. We've just signed an LOI for a $100,000 paid pilot, and our pipeline represents another $2.25 million in ARR. Thank you so much. I really look forward to talking to you after the event over a few drinks and snacks. Thank you so much.